welcome back to Pima Voices. My name is Savannah, and I'll be your host. Today I'm connecting with Dana Roes, who is the Dean of Arts at Pima Community College, and we'll be exploring the arts programs offered at the college. Hi, Dana. How are you?
Hi, Savannah. I'm well, thank you.
Thank you for coming by today. We have a lot to talk about within the arts, and I'm excited to delve into it because the arts is my favorite subject, and I know it has to be one of your favorite subjects. And so I know about you a little bit, but what about our community members who may not know who you are and what your role is, even though we just said Dean of Arts, but elaborate a little bit on your role at the college and your background and how you came to Pima, because you're relatively new. You've been here for about a year, so you're a little bit more comfortable now. But tell us why you came to the college and who you are.
Okay, I'll try to give you the abbreviated / medium version of the story. Okay, so I came to the college via Florida Southwestern State College, where I was faculty for many, many years, which then led me to becoming chair of my department and then ultimately the director over all of the arts. Through that journey, what appealed to me is really always have been appealing to the students and being student-focused, student-driven. So as my role as faculty, I began to see gaps and needs within our curriculum that students needed to master to do well in life, to do well in their studies, to do well in their disciplines. And so with that, I started to design some courses, and then courses led to designing programs, and then that led to larger oversight. From there, I had a faculty member who was from Tucson, Arizona, and always spoke Pima, Pima, Pima. No matter what we did, it was measured to Pima. And I thought, okay, enough already. And then I was looking to hire somebody and was on the Chronicle of Higher Education. And I saw that Pima was looking for a Dean of the Arts.
And
I
have to check this
I
out.
have to check this out. And as I read the job description, I'm like, that's me. And this is Pima that I've heard so much about. And then within each step and with each discovery and digging deeper into Pima and Pima's philosophy and Pima's history, I was like, wow, Pima is all that. Let me see if they could use my skill set. And so the stars aligned, and here I am, and it's wonderful to be here.
Well, we're thankful that you're here. And like I said, it has been about a year, so you're a little bit more comfortable now. But, speaking of the programs and you being the dean, so with you saying like you've developed certain programs at your former role as chair, so how do you think like your background and experience in the arts influences how you run as dean here at the college?
Oh, it has everything to do with it. I feel like because I still am a practicing artist, it has affected the way I approach life and I approach all problems. I love problems. I really do. I love problems and I love solving them. And so when you make art, you're constantly revising. You're constantly shifting things till they make sense or till they fall into place. And then when you think you have it, you think, oh, but here's a better way I could have done it. Let me try that. Yeah. And so it's a constant revision until you find something that is solid and works. And then, of course, when you get bored of that, you change it or you create something new. And that's the process of which I think I approached the classroom, to my leadership roles, to being dean. It's that same, let's see what we can make and let's see how we could fix things.
I really like how you explain that. A lot of people don't understand, like, with art, you are constantly doing revisions. They just think, oh, they have this idea and it's out and about. But it's not. And so the fact that you can translate that into your role, I think aligns so perfectly.
And it's a process, right?
Yeah.
And process, that's half the fun, right? All those cliches about it's not the end game, it's the journey of how you got there. It's a road trip. It's being on the road that's more exciting and beneficial than the end result. Well, they both are important, but to allow the process to happen organically, I think, is also very important.
Yes, and I agree.
And mistakes. Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have to add how important mistakes
This
are
is true.
within art making and otherwise, because it's only through mistakes do you know that you took risks,
Mm-hmm.
and those risks might have failed, but in that failure, it probably opened another door.
Yeah, no, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes people look at mistakes as like a bad thing, but they're not always a bad thing. It's how you learn and how you evolve and how you make changes, and you can do better next time.
Right.
So, and then speaking of just art, so the college has very many programs of art. There's theater, there's fashion, there's digital design. There's so much more. So can you share a little bit more about those departments and like what makes them unique here at the college?
Yes, we have I think we have wonderful offerings and wonderful faculty and facilities to see them through. So in the visual arts realm, we offer the classics, so to speak, painting and drawing and sculpture, and all the foundation courses that lead up to that, such as 2D design, 3D design, color theory. We also offer printmaking and have a wonderful ceramics department, jewelry included. And then jump over to our music. We offer instrumental music, instrumental chorale. We offer all the ensembles from percussion to mariachi to jazz. And then we also offer MIDI labs and keyboarding, private lessons. Theater, we offer acting, and now I'm excited to add musical theater and technical theater. We also have the digital arts, which is graphic design, web design, and film and animation, really popular programs. And they're offered just in a 2-year AAS degree, meaning when you complete those programs, you're ready to enter the workforce, and that's all you need. Our other programs, for the most part, are transfer programs. And I cannot forget fashion, where Savannah, you are rooted in, and
Yes,
your foundation, your home.
Yeah, I always say the fashion department is my home away from home. It's held such a special place in my heart, and I just love that department.
Well, you've been invaluable in shaping it and moving it forward and helping with the fashion shows to just having the classes run smoothly, and your role as lab supervisor. So
Thank
I know
you.
in the short time I've known you, I've been really grateful for the work you've done here.
Thank you. I miss it. I'm like, I miss the fashion department now that I'm here full time. I love this position, but I do miss a little bit of fashion in my life. But I will. Nancy and I call each other, so we're all good. We hang out and we talk about the department. But yeah, nice. I love that department, and more people should know about it.
You're right.
But arts in general, I think there's so much I didn't even know that we had here. Like, I forget about jewelry making. That's a fun, awesome course. Musical theater, that's new, that's exciting. I didn't know you said private lessons.
And photography, piano. I forgot to mention.
Yes.
Our namesake, the Louis Carlos Bernal Gallery.
And that's an amazing gallery in itself. Yeah. And then ceramics hero is that whole department. I don't think people realize how lucky of instructors they have in ceramics. Like, Hero's like a world-renowned ceramicist.
He is.
It is such cool work. And I think that's with a lot of the faculty and staff within the arts. There's so many talented staff members. Like, we were so lucky to have that here. And, you know, I feel like sometimes arts gets a little lost in the shuffle of things, but art is just so important. And because art is everywhere. You know, it's in how we dress, it's in nature, it's in food, it's in music, like it's in design, like this table, it's everything. Right. And so art is just like, our lives are encompassed by art. And so, I'm thankful art exists.
You and me both. And I think greater humanity, whether it's on the forefront of their minds or not. And I think increasingly so, I think there's a higher awareness for the necessity of arts.
What do you hope, like speaking of the programs and stuff offered at the college, so what do you hope students take away from their art class that they're taking here at the college?
Oh, well, that's an easy one. I hope they walk away with renewed passion, direction, confidence, and a sense of community and purpose. I hope while they're here, they find their voice and they continue to cultivate their voice and tell their stories. Their stories are so important. And I hope one of my goals just here at Pima is to give them the platform and the tools to develop their voices.
And speaking of your goals, so what is your vision and hope for the arts department over the next couple years?
Okay, so the long-term hope is to get a new building built for our centers of excellence. I would love a building that is parked right outside the CFA, adjacent to the music building, the theater, and the Black Box Theater. And in that building is housed all of our digital arts, our film arts, our animation, our photography, fashion labs, as well as moving everything from the L building down, which means printmaking, painting studios, drawing studios, all of that, all in one large building. And the reason being is I think it's vital to have a synergy between all of the disciplines so students learn with ease to collaborate. So if you're a filmmaker and you're looking for music for your film, you just jump across to another floor and talk to your fellow classmate who's studying music and collaborate with them. Same goes for fashion and costuming. We have all these opportunities to be interdisciplinary, and right now we're too siloed. We're siloed, and some of our facilities need major renovation and overhaul. So with that, I just find this idea, it's a perfect time to create this ideal building. And it would be a nice blend between like an ideal art school modeled after like Cal Arts, where Walt Disney had planned everybody to be in one large building to facilitate this sort of interaction, to that of a wonderful university where you get to also feed off of all the other disciplines. I also love the collaboration between art and science, art and biology, art and education. There are so many other opportunities to be had, but I think first I would like us to be condensed in this building with top technology and facilities, sound studios, new fashion lab equipment. I'm appealing to you now, Savannah.
I know, I'm like, please come
talking
on,
your
let's
language.
talk. Yeah, and I agree though. Like having that space of everyone together is so important. Like there's times where I'm like, like for instance, the fashion shows, like working with digital arts and this like that to create the programs and this and forth and asking those questions because the fashion students who help put on the show, they're not necessarily knowledgeable in those aspects. So, we're all in different areas. And you're right, like fashion's way over here, and then art's over here, and then the painting and printmaking studios over here, and then music's over there. Like we're all over the place on West Campus. It would be amazing if there was a way we could all be in one building, connecting with each other and helping each other. And I think that's an awesome idea. And I hope it comes to fruition at some point because I think it would be the perfect way to put the arts together here on West Campus.
I agree. And it's also a way to pull the larger community in even more so. I would love the first floor to offer food and a cafe from our culinary department.
Yes.
I would love to have a retail shop there that students run so they could sell their ceramics, their paintings, their fashion.
Oh, yes.
And it also be like a nice place to shop for the holidays or for anybody. And so I would like it to have a real buzz, that it would be a community resource and absolutely have more spaces in there as well. And a student resources.
I love that idea. I think that would just bring and elevate the arts in such a major way and shine light on what's like the arts just being so important. And I have my fingers crossed that that's going to come to fruition at some point. And I do think that would be vital. And I think it would be a really big game changer in the arts community as well. Like not just here on campus, but as a whole, especially in Tucson. They're so, I don't know if you've noticed, but Tucson's very like, we love each other and supportive of each other, especially in the arts community. It's big, but it's small. And like everyone who's within arts, no matter like what you are, whether it's fashion or ceramics or whatever, like they're so supportive of each other. And I know that they would love that idea because it just brings everyone together in such a new way that's just Tucson. So
I agree.
So let's hope for that coming. And so how would you say that the community, like right now, obviously that's like a future of how the community can get involved and what we're hoping for. But right now, how can the community get involved within the arts here at the college?
Oh, many ways. The first way is just support our students. Please come to a performance, come to a show. our students work really hard, and audience is vital. Whether you're looking at two-dimensional arts or you're watching Dracula, which by the time this comes out should still be running. I believe this comes out on the 25th, and Dracula runs to the 27th. So no matter what the event is, check out our calendar, pimaarts.com, and find something that you could attend. Bring your family, bring your friends, be advocates. After you see a show or a play, speak of Pima, direct other people to the events, and then, of course, donate. Anything you give will help us, whether you want to donate a piece of equipment, whether you want to donate towards a specific program, or just general scholarships for the arts, whatever it may be, it helps and it goes to good use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know, like, with the foundation, there's a lot of times where we collaborate on events with the arts. We take in those donations, like the fashion department's got received sewing machines and sergers. And I'm sure other departments have got donations for, like you said, equipment. Sometimes
Yes.
people forget about equipment and things like tools that can be utilized in the classroom. It's not necessarily just monetary, but it is those things that help enhance the experience in the classroom. And so scholarships is another important one. And so if anyone did want to get involved with donating in any way, shape, or form, you can always go through the Pima Foundation, and we can assist you with that. And then you did speak about Dracula. So what other upcoming events do you have for the rest of the year? And I even know next year someone named Dana has something going on in the Brunel Gallery. So let us know what some of those are so the community can get involved and come to those events that are coming up.
Yes, well, I am quite honored that David Andres asked me to exhibit at the Brunel Gallery. So my show will be opening somewhere around February 6th with a January install. But prior to that, there are several events that I encourage you to catch. Okay, so upcoming events for the arts. We have Dracula, which will be ending on the 27th. After that, on November 14th from 5 to 7, there's an opening at the Brunel Gallery called I Am from 5 to 7. Also, Wonderless Power, Beyond the Spells, which is written and performed by Pima students in our Black Box Theater on November 21st through the 24th. And then in December, we have all of our musical and dance performances, starting with percussion on December the 2nd, and then ending on December the 15th, I believe, with college chorale singers. Then we have our musical in February, on February 27th, The Wedding Singer. And so much more that might be smaller in nature, but equally as significant. So please go to our events page at pimaarts.com.
Pimaarts.com.
Correct.
And that will have all the events that are coming up, whether it's, I know there's some musical ones at the end of the month too, in the recital hall and things like that in December. So the end of the semester, I feel like there's always a bunch of events that people can attend to.
Nonstop.
Yeah, and I know there's always things going on. So again, pimaarts.com. We'll have all those events. And was there anything else before we end our session today that you would like to say or mention or bring up?
Well, I would like to thank you and Marcy
thank you.
Euler and the foundation in general. Do you know, just in the past 6 weeks alone, we have partnered with 3 events, first being the Rockley Music Foundation. We raised $10,000 in music scholarships.
Oh, that's amazing.
And then just last Sunday, we hosted the Steeped in Style event that we partnered with the African American Museum of Southern Arizona. It was a fantastic, fun event. And then upcoming is our Stage Fright event. So thank you to you and your team. You've been amazing performers, and you've not performers. You've been amazing. You're performers too. You've been amazing supporters, and you introduced me to the community a year ago, which led to a lot of these partnerships and initiatives. So I'm very grateful to be partnering with the foundation because of that.
Yeah. We appreciate those kind words, and like I always tell everyone, we're here to help. We're here to champion you, to champion the college, and it's what we love to do, and so that's why we are here. So we're very happy to be partnering with you, other individuals within the college, and be your support. So,
Well, thank you. We're very grateful.
thank you so much. Well, I think that's it for today. But thank you so much for coming by and sharing more about your vision for the arts, events coming up. And like I said, I feel like art sometimes gets lost in the shuffle. So I'm glad that you're able to.
Don't tell me that. I think art is in the forefront of everybody's mind.
It should be, but
they're scrolling on their phones or on Instagram. They're curating their content.
Yeah.
I mean, it surrounds them, and they're participating.
I guess I should say people don't
unknowingly.
always realize what they're looking at is art. So, like you mentioned, like curating in their Instagram feed or the Pinterest feed, like that's art. So art is just everywhere, and it's such a vital part of our lives. So I'm glad I was able to have you here and talk a little bit more about it and what you hope to see here at the college, because like I said, it's a special place in my heart. I'm glad you're here. You're such a wonderful human, and I think you're perfect for this role, and you're doing great things. I know you'll continue doing great things. So
thank you, Savannah.
Well, thank you. And thank you everyone for tuning in, and I will see you next week. Have a great day.
Thank you, everyone.